Bro. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you're old here. This video has been a long time coming. I swear I've made like 4 posts on it already saying that it'll be here, it'll be here, it'll be here, and then it just not be here. But today is the day. The day that you are watching it, the day that I post it, today is the day. Now, this video is gonna kind of be a little introduction to my story that I've been working on since I was like maybe 9 or 10, give or take. It's been a minute, okay? I have been a little bit too much of a perfectionist whenever it comes to this story, okay? And I've been like putting it off. I've been worried that like people won't like it or that it's not original enough, but I just gotta push those feelings way back down into the back of my mind, right where my spine is. Get rid of the doubts in my mind, okay? And just let it be out there for people to enjoy. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all kind of a bit of I'm gonna tell you the name first. The name of my story is called Out of the Crowd. I've shortened it. I call it Offer. I kind of just picked out a little bit of the letters from the name and then put it together. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to be referring to Out of the Crowd as Offer because it's easier and it's not as big of a mouthful as Out of the Crowd. So if you like whenever people ramble on about like their OCs and the lore and stuff, and you like sci-fi especially, buckle up. You can play me in the background whenever you're like doing chores or homework, or you can sit and watch the sketchbook spread that I have, because in the last vote the sketchbook spread did win, so I kind of like tied this in with it. Now, this video is going to be kind of an introduction to both the story and the characters, or at least the main 4 that the story follows. I plan to make each of these characters in this video their own separate video to kind of like give you more backstory on them, like what happened before the events of Offer took place, just so you guys can get to know everybody a little better. And after I post this video, you guys will get to vote on which character you would want to see more of next. Picking and choosing is a common theme whenever it comes to this story, trust. But we'll get into that a little bit more later on into the video. Let's go ahead and talk about the main 4. I don't know how I managed to make a literal introduction video for my story and not mention like the time period or where it's located. It's somewhere in Florida, real close to the ocean, and the time period it's based in is late 90s, early 2000s. I also forgot to mention that the main 4 have like known each other since they were real little and they grew up together basically. Like, how does somebody forget to put these details in an introduction video for their own story? Anyways, back to the video. This story follows 4 teenagers: Andrew Robinson Jr., Candy Caring, Jaden Kartz, and Clyde Maxwell. Starting from oldest to youngest, we have Andrew Robinson Jr. Andrew is, I say, maybe around 18, 19. I'm horrible whenever it comes to like picking ages for characters, but it'll be finalized in these upcoming videos that I make for them. Now, a little bit on his personality. He's definitely protective of his friends. He's kind of nerdy. He likes comics, aliens, cryptids, looking for like ghosts and stuff is definitely one of his like pastimes. Other than that, I feel like this kind of stuff that he likes is like grunge, outdoors, hiking, anything for the thrill, okay? Anything for the thrill is kind of how Andrew is, but like in the more calm way. Like he's not doing a backflip on a skateboard off of a 3-story building and then landing into a pile of pillows. Not that kind of like extreme, but I don't know, maybe he'll go exploring in like this abandoned building, or go out in the middle of the night in the forest to see if he can find Bigfoot. Just silly stuff like that. He's also very much the older brother of the group. Like I said, he is very protective of his friends. So like if anything happens to them, like at school and stuff, he'd be like, listen, buddy, you mess with them, you mess with me. We're not having any of that. I mean, being an only child and like having nobody to play with the majority of your life, and then finding like your best friends in the whole wide world, you're gonna be protective of them, okay? But now, let's go ahead and talk about Candy Caring. She's a year younger than Andrew. Like I said, I'm horrible with ages, so you can kind of estimate where she is based on what I said about Andrew. Now, her name fits her personality. She's probably, if she were real, she would be the kindest girl you've ever met in your entire life. But do not take kindness for weakness. She will still clock you. She's New Yorker tough, okay? That's where she grew up. Other than her being really nice, while also having that toughness to her, she's very creative. loves to make her own jewelry, clothes, fashion, anything that has to do with that, she's all over. And like throw some fruit in the mix and she's like, all right, bet. Is obsessed with strawberries. Just a tad, okay? And by tad, I mean her whole room is decorated in strawberries. But who's to say that that's a major obsession, all right? I can't say anything. I have no room to judge. If y'all have seen my room, you would know what an obsession is. But we have to remember that strawberries and fruits and like all this pink frilly girly stuff isn't all that she's got going for her, okay? I want you to remember that she does still got some personality, because I feel like in a lot of the media that I see, people will like often focus on one trait for a character and then just go with it. I don't want these characters to just be known for like one thing and one thing only. I know it's easy, but it can be taken to an extreme sometimes, to the point to where it's like, oh, Andrew, yeah, he likes cryptids. And Candy, well, she likes strawberries. Where is the flavor in that? And it's not always even the fandom's fault. Like, not that this would become a fandom or anything, but like, it can also be the writer's fault too, okay? But I'm gonna wrap up that little tangent. It isn't one of my videos if we don't have one. On to the next character. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Jaden Karts. Before I start giving you any information though, I'm going to say that this character belongs to my brother. And we've kind of like collaborated over the years on like their personality and the way they look and dress and, you know, all of that good old OC development type stuff. So I had a little chat with him. In my mind, they were like the tech whiz, real good with video games, fixing broken technology. And my brother also told me to mention that they're not very good at picking up like social cues and stuff. They also really don't like physical touch. But whenever it comes to like getting to know Jaden, they'll open up. It just takes a little bit, okay, for them to warm up to other people. Now Jaden's around 16, 2 years younger than Candy, and 1 year older than Clyde. I kind of forgot say their age in the beginning, so I kind of added it at the end. But now on to Clyde, the final character that we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, Clyde is a bit of a nerd as well, okay? He's very smart, like math, science, basic stuff like that. He's also very like timid, and like also everything has to be perfect for him. He's got OCD. And him also being an only child, okay, but they're kind of a brat. There are two types of only child, Clyde and Andrew. Hi, me again. I feel like I was really vague on Clyde's part, like more than the others. I also forget to mention that he really likes fish in the ocean and wants to be a marine biologist someday. Since I basically talked about everybody else's kind of special interest, I was like how could I forget Clyde's? Anyways, this will be the last you see of Editor Me. Back on to the rest of the video, but more on all of these characters depending on which one you guys vote for in an upcoming video. Now finally on to kind of like the summary of like the first chapter. It is Clyde's turn to host the big end of the month slumber party. He wants to make sure that everything is perfect. Every single time that it is his turn to host, you better bet he's got a list. He's got games, snacks, movies, you name it, he's got it. But there's something different about this night. It didn't start the way that Clyde planned. His friends were a little late. Sure, they got to his house eventually. Of course, it kind of bugged him, but he didn't let this small setback get in the way of the fun that they were gonna have that night. So the slumber party starts, it gets on into the night, they're having fun, and Nana Maxwell, Clyde's Nana, asks Clyde to go get the mail for her, but it's dark. Clyde hates the dark. Jaden knows this and offers to go with him. So the two venture outside to go check the mail. Clyde really wants to hurry back, but there's this light in the woods that catches Jaden's attention. They want to go check it out. Clyde, however, is not having it. This incident will inevitably set off the events to follow. You're just gonna end it like that? What if we want to know more? Where can we read this? If we want to, I'll tell you exactly where you can read it. But all good things come with a cost. In this case, some basic motor skills, your brain, your eyes, and your attention. Throughout this series of 5 videos, I will be leaving hints as to where you can find this story to read. But are you up for the task? The journey that you and the 4 are about to embark on may change your lives forever. Traveling through time and space, the fate of the 4 rests in your hands. But will they get back home? How did they even get there in the first place? Who will help them? Remember whenever I said that this story will be a pick and choose? Always keep that in mind. Play smart, but no cheating. I am the letter at the beginning of a scream and a common theme in elementary. What letter am I? The winner will get a prize. That of course being a shout out in the upcoming video. Rules will be in the description for this little game that I have set up for you guys. I'll try to go easy on you, but no promises. Anyways, if you like this kind of content and you're wanting to know more about Offer, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video or update on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Wait, what the hell? Something's wrong with my phone. Hold on.